Can it be against the law just to talk? The answer to that question is yes, you can absolutely get in trouble for talking. Indiana has at least four different ways, probably more, of ways a person can get in trouble for making statements. The first one that you see sometimes is disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct is typically charged when people are fighting, tumultuous conduct. But there's another section of disorderly conduct that says if you make unreasonable noise and continue to do so after being asked to stop. So a disorderly conduct case is typically someone gets pulled over and they're just screaming and cussing, yelling every imaginable curse word possible, basically trying to make the officer's job hard. Now, political speech is protected. You can call the officer names. You're a terrible police officer and you pulled me over because of the color of my skin. You can shout that to the heavens. That's fine. But if you just make noise to make the officer's job difficult, you're going to have problems. That's going to be a crime. The second way that Indiana makes talking a crime is false reporting. If you tell an officer a lie while the officer is investigating a crime, that's a crime. And that might sound kind of silly, but just remember, Martha Stewart, she went to jail not for insider trading of stocks. She went to jail because she lied to federal investigators who were investigating her for insider trading. Oh, I don't know anything about that. She did know something about that and she went to jail for it. So this isn't so pie in the sky. Keep that in mind. The third way and more common way that I see a crime for talking is intimidation. If you make a threat with the idea of making a person engage in conduct against their will or to put a person in fear of retaliation for a prior lawful act, that's intimidation. So we'll get 911 calls sometimes where we hear people on the phone saying, hang up that phone right now, or I'm going to hurt you. That's intimidation. You also see police officers who arrest ridiculously drunk people, and the person's really drunk in the back of the cop car saying, officer, when I get out of this jail, I'm going to find you and your family. I'm going to make your life miserable. I'm going to hurt you guys. That's intimidation. So those are the three common ways that we see, talking being crimes in Indiana. But, there's even a bigger picture with this. Indiana has something called accomplice liability. But basically, if you knowingly or intentionally aid, induce, or cause another person to commit an offense, the person who does that, in fact, commits that offense. So easy way to see that is, getaway drivers. You go rob the bank, I'll drive the car. The getaway driver is just as guilty as if he went inside the bank and robbed it. People that buy supplies knowing that people are going to use those supplies in a crime. Parents who allow their children to throw parties involving alcohol, that's underage drinking. Parent helped that. They're going to be charged with accomplice liability. They're just as guilty for underage drinking. But it's actually a little bit beyond that. Indiana courts have said that encouragement can also be a basis of liability. And, if you sanction or support the doing of criminal acts by others is to encourage it. So if you encourage people to riot or to break the law, you could be subject to accomplice liability. There's numerous ways people can face criminal charges for talking. We haven't even talked about, giving the police the wrong name or whatnot. But the easiest thing to avoid all of this is, number one, if the police ask you a question, I plead the fifth. The second thing, don't try to stop people from doing whatever they want to do. And the third thing, don't encourage people to commit unlawful acts either. If you have any questions, give us a call, 317-632-3642. And remember, always plead the fifth.